hello, hello. We are back. Some more Digimon. I've done a little bit off screen. Just a little bit of training, getting a little bit more scan data so we can introduce some new partners. I saved off on actually adding them to our team so I can show off the process and whatnot. And today we're going to tackle Limit Valley, the next part of the main story. So let's just change over our sound. And let's get to it. Get some more Digimons on. So we're back here on our Tamer Farm. I just finished getting a little bit extra scan data because I want to add some new party members to our team, so I thought I'd show it off. Hi, Serenity. Wait, Serenity, since you're here, I can show off what happened. Look at you, you're one step closer to becoming a moon goddess. You're up there in the top screen. I can't switch it over, but look, there you are. Certified moon goddess in the making. I figured I would do a little bit of streaming before we played Baldur's Gate, because the next part, in theory, shouldn't take me too long. Depends on how well I can battle. You are very welcome. Considering Lunamon is a moon goddess, I just had to. How could I not when I know everything about you is Sailor Moon and whatnot? So I've been doing a little bit of researching as to who I need to add to my team, and that includes a couple of little fodder Digimon. It's horrible to say, but it's basically what it is. I need them in order to get some DNA Digivolves in. Evil Patamon here is one of them. And for the time being... I don't know what to actually call this thing. The only thing that's coming to mind is Satoshi, and that's just because I've been playing a lot of Pokemon lately. Fuck it. You're not going to be staying around long, Tsukaimon. That's so true. My work friend got me addicted to AliExpress, and I found a new bedding set to fit the theme. More Sailor Moon for the collection. Then we needed Betamon, who's gonna swiftly become the bane of at least Serenity's existence, considering the evolution line I need. But it's fine. He's a cute little lizard snake. I don't know. He's a frog. He's here. He's vibing. I actually really like Betamon. In the anime, he's really cute. And now I just need to think of a name for you, because Betamon here is going to be like a main member of our team, so. Because last time I had a Betamon on my team, I named him Poseidon because he turned into... Well, ironically enough, he turned into the Roman counterpart, Neptunemon, in that playthrough of Hacker's Memory. And I don't really want to call him Poseidon, and he's not becoming Neptunemon in this. But yeah, like in the anime, there's this one character, he's just like a small side character. His dad's rich. He runs he's like a movie actor or something. But this kid's partner was Betamon, and Betamon was just like really chill. Didn't get a lot of lines, but he's just cute, waddling around, comforting people. And then he turns into this giant ass sea snake. You don't expect it, but he's so cute and a little bit timid. But I'm gonna look up some water names that we can kind of give him. Oh, first one I see, I already love it. We're naming him Caspian if it fits. Though speaking of the name Caspian, did anyone ever watch The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe movies? Because I never would have known, like, or had any sort of connection to this specific name if I didn't watch the second movie. I really liked the first one, but the second one left me feeling a little bit sad because they ended up, the two elder siblings never ended up coming back for the rest of the series. And it just made me a little sad seeing, oh, they're all grown up. Why can't they keep coming back to Narnia? But man, I haven't watched those movies in a long time. I should dig them out of storage and have a nostalgia movie night or something. The older ones, but we watched them in school. I wish we could have watched this in school. I think the only movie that I was required to kind of watch for school was the Hunger Game movies. And that was just after we finished watching or reading the book for English class. And I hated it. I hated the movie so much when it first came out because I'm like missing all the context. I was like, why is Katniss yelling at her mom that she can't go away again? Where's the context in that? There's no reason she should be yelling at her mother like that. But she does, and then you know what happens. Oh, I had a name for him. Why am I suddenly blanking on it? What's the candlestick from Beauty and the Beast again? Why am I forgetting his name all of a sudden? What is his name? Lumiere, there we go. Thank you. Why did I forget that? I watched Beauty and the Beast not that long ago. I should have his name, like, somewhat refreshed in my mind right now. It must be all the Pokemon talk. We had my meeting yesterday. It went good. I got exactly what I wanted. I can't say any more than that. But I am excited for next year's Pokemon League. I will be dominating with a fat squirrel. I think the last one I'm gonna get is Pokemon here. Like, I can always change their nicknames every time I Digivolve them, so I could just leave Pokemon's nickname as is, because it'll be really easy to change it later on. I normally have a Pokemon on my playthrough regardless, because it evolves into the Lady Devamon line. Which means I get Lilithmon, the embodiment of lust, and she's very pretty, and I love her. I think that's more than enough, so I need to move some Digimon over, get them some in my party, and then I'm just immediately gonna start taking the quest and go explore Limit Valley, because last time I just kept talking about the most nonsensical things for nearly 2 hours, and I barely completed any of the stuff that I wanted to do. So we're gonna move Caspian into our party. What are my buttons again? Oh, there we go. They're also gonna take Tsukaimon and Lumiere. Pokemon is going to be the first resident of our farm, although I should get some farm goods to make him happy, because the well-being of the farm depicts how happy they are and how much they grow, and they will yell at you all the time if you don't have a source of food for them. And actually on the top window, you can actually see Pokemon just walking around on the island. The island's gonna look a lot more prettier when I get some themes set up, and then it will scroll around and it won't look like this boring microchip. But right now, I need a tiny field because I need to keep this guy fed. actually might have the money to actually modify it. We're going to get it the devil theme. And then the terrain board. Since Pokemon's a dark Digimon, we wanted to kind of at least boost the stats for darkness the most, so Night Jungle would be the best, but I might just go straight with plain darkness for now. Or we could go with Night Desert. I actually do have a... If Pandamon doesn't end up... Or Bearmon, I should say in this point. If Bearmon doesn't get the Beast experience it needs to get ready for evolution, I might just stick him in the farm as well for a little bit. But the area that we're going to be going to is going to be full of a lot of Beast types, so it should be pretty easy getting that level up. This sounds like something you would hear from like a Castlevania game or something.
My Digimon species is dark. I'm Puggamon, a Puggamon. What's this farm island like? I'll be fine if there's lots of food.
Well, I should probably put food on you then. So every now and again, I can just, every time I'm back in my little base here, I can pop into my farm island and I can talk to them and look how nice that top window looks now that it's scrolling through the farm. It doesn't look all boring and all microchippy. I'm just gonna do a couple little more prepare things because I know it's coming and I am not looking forward to it. Bronze plate adds defense. I think I was one novice cloak short for all three of my starters there. Is there anything else I could add, maybe? Not really. The Shade Helm will be good for later on, so... Oh, I don't even have the money for it, that's why. I spent all of my money on farm equipment. You have a novice cloak. It was Serenity who I didn't give the novice cloak to, so you get the other one wherever it is. I think I need to change up Palmon's just a little bit more. Palmon is so close to being able to Digivolve. I'm hoping to get that leveled up before I get to the next fight coming up. Don't think we need any more attack. Defense is a little bit lower than I'd like, but yeah, I'm kind of happy with the equipment, so I'm just gonna stop faffing. I'm gonna take that quest and let's get going. You've accepted the quest. Now I gotta go talk to Julie. You would think that would maybe like take you to an automatic cutscene in the Union Room, but nope, you have to go there manually. And I need to stop slouching because my back is hurting. Oh, it's the James ripoff! And the knockoff Jessie. Or at least the Digimon versions of them, but they're not evil. We were just informed that another Digi-area has appeared in the digital world. The Digimon are calling the new Digi-area Limit Valley. Limit Valley. We should go check it out. We need to find if it's safe. Tsukikikyo, Kakumi, both of you please go and investigate the mysterious Digi-area immediately. Yes, sir. Got it! Don't mind me, just gonna interrupt. I've been waiting for you, Sayo. Tsukikikyo and Kakumi are already on it, but I want you to go and investigate Limit Valley, the Digi area that's appeared recently. Anything can happen. Just be careful. You know, one thing I never really liked about the text boxes is because they're so small, I can only see two lines of words at a time, and I always cut off my sentences much earlier than need be. We're all healed up, we have nothing else that we kind of need, so I'm just going to immediately go to Limit Valley, and then I can tell some stories about this area. So the first time I played this game and I got to Limit Valley, I was still using nothing but champions because I hadn't figured out how Digivolving worked yet. And when I tell you I struggled and suffered so much, it's an understatement. I think I was stuck here for like several weeks because I was just too dumb to like actually pay attention and figure out how I'm supposed to actually do this area proper. I know I keep saying that, but I was a really dumb kid when I played these games. Like, so unbelievably oblivious and dumb. And it all could have been solved if I just read something. Like, I didn't have any guidebooks, I didn't look anything up online. I just kept trying and messing around with things until I managed to brute force my way into understanding things. And thankfully this area is much cooler than stupid Login Mountain, because that area... I hate Login Mountain. If I can, I would avoid that area like the plague, but I'm required to go there for quests, and I hate it. But thankfully, we've just gotten a bunch of level ups that our new party members desperately need. Oh, Pokemon's found something. I wish I could speed up that text on that second window, but I cannot. I literally have to watch it slog on that slow text. But yeah, while they're in the Digifarm, they'll occasionally find or have little interactions up there. So Pokemon just found some money and is going to send it to us, so that's good. It doesn't happen very frequently, but the more Digimon you have on there, the more little interactions you get. And I'm not sure if anyone paid attention or noticed, but a segment of the moon at the top of that little window, it started to fill out. That's going to get really annoying later on when it becomes fully filled. Because the more Digimon you have, the quicker the interactions and the more that fills up. And when that fills up, you get what's called a farm report. So it's going to send you a little report on the growth of your Digimon and what they're doing in the farm. And yeah, it is a nice little touch to have that information at your hand. However, those interactions happen very frequently. Like, I could be traveling in one specific area and it will go off like 3 different times while I'm there. And you can't turn that off. It's annoying, but the farm is so useful that it's kind of like worth overlooking the annoyance. And Serenity, you are so powerful. You knock out all of these Digimon like in mostly one hit now. And it is so helpful for what is coming up next. Because what's coming up next is going to be, or at least if you're like younger me, it is difficult if you don't bother evolving your Digimon. Because you just struggle and suffer, and what should be something that takes like 20 minutes or something drags out for over an hour. And we got some stronger Digimon here, and I'm gonna fight them because they will give me the beast experience I need for Panda. Ooh, beforehand, last time I talked about like differences in Digimon, and like how a lot of Digimon will be completely their own thing, but they're carbon copies of pre-existent Digimon. One on the screen right now is this Dramojimon. I think I can pull up its name here. No, I can't. So this Dromojimon here isn't like the one you. So if it's in the anime, he has like spiky whiskers, and it's like whatever. It's a mole. It makes sense. In this, you would just see, oh, it's Dromojimon with a nice mustache. I guess it just has like a different appearance. No, this is his own separate branch of Digimon, and the only difference between it and the regular Dromojimon is the mustache. Like, this thing is called, I think, Nice Dromojimon, and I don't understand why it exists. I know, like, there's a couple Digimon that do this. I mentioned the Agumon line, which is the most influenced in this case, in terms of, like, Digivolution, or copies of Agumon that just, some should not exist because they're just carbon copies that are just slightly different. But this is just lazy. Like, there is no need to give this thing its own designation as its own Digimon when the only thing that changes about it is the mustache. Like, if I was gonna make it look like a completely different Digimon, I would change, like, at least the fur color of it. Or maybe I would make its nose not like a drill. Maybe it's got like a shovel or something. I don't know. Just something that makes it stand out a little bit more. Instead of, this guy has a mustache. It's kind of like in Persona 4 when Yukiko is wearing the, like, gag glasses and the fake nose. The glasses function the exact same except it's got, like, the nose on it. But it's completely its own item. This Dromojimon is wearing those fake glasses with the nose, the goggle glasses, and the mustache. And it's just silly. I do know the correct way to go. I'm just exploring all the other areas because I want the items. I could grab these items next time because they don't despawn at all, but I want them now. Because I am like a magpie. I see shiny, I want shiny. If there is a box over there, I want the box. Although we are very quickly eating through Serenity's HP, so I'm gonna... Before I get to the thing, I'm gonna make sure we're all properly ready because it's not fun accidentally walking into a boss fight without any healing items. And I think it's pretty obvious it's gonna, at the end of like an important area like this, there's gonna be a boss fight. At least it kind of makes this like an accurate assumption based on other Digimon games, so. Go explore this area? Ooh! There's suddenly something very angry there. You must fight it. But in the meantime, I can fight everything here, get some more scan data. Heck, maybe I'll have an Agumon for myself for my team. I've never actually raised an Omnimon in this game. I think I was trying to last time. But I just decided to focus on other evolutions because I had a lot of Digivolutions to go through on my last playthrough. Some of which are copying over because I'm using the same party members, but hey, at least now I know what I'm doing for them. And at least we're getting decent XP here. Like in the other areas, we were barely getting like 30 XP against some of the battles. Oh, there's nothing over here. I always think there's something over on that specific ledge, but there never is. And it throws me off every single time. And there's the Digimon that everyone sees in the porn. That's the only way anyone remembers Renamon, sadly. It's a lovely Digimon. I think Renamon's really pretty, but not in the way a lot of other people see it. And we've also got more Agumon, but we also got Biyomon. We have not seen Biyomon at all. I really like Biyomon. I always saw her in the anime and I always liked the cute pink bird. But I've never really used its evolution line. At least not for long term. I did use one the very first time I played through Cyber Sleuth, but she very, very quickly got replaced, which does make me a little bit sad because Biomon is adorable. Though again, a lot of the rookies and the rookies and the in training are adorable, and they're the cute aesthetic is right up my alley. Bye-bye, Biomon. I need 2 more levels on Palmon. I might just grind that just a wee bit, just a little bit. Cause I want Togemon before what's next is coming. And who knows, depending on the encounters, I might also have a Grizzlymon. That would be ideal. But not if I just keep fighting birds, because I do need to fight some more beasties. Just a little bit more beasties. And I'm definitely not going to be going for too long today, because since we are playing Baldur's Gate later tonight, I don't want to not be able to speak. Because having a voice would be nice when I'm up to my gremlin shenanigans. Seeing as we'll be in the crash, I'm going to be stealing things. Like, fuck them, I want all the shiny. But things are also going to explode, which is also going to be funny. But I can't do all the gremlin things if I do not have a voice. But at the same time, I also wanted to keep streaming this. Oh, I just have to compromise on things. Though I am slowly figuring out a schedule of what I kind of want for the future. Now, I'm just going to cut myself off here. I could keep going forward, but we're not going to go past this point. Because if we look over here, it's the return of the evil egg. And right now, I don't want to deal with the evil egg. At least not yet. Because I want to, at the very least, get my 2 party members up to champion. Will it make the fight a little bit easier? Absolutely. But for good reason. And that's because boss fights in this game can sometimes drag on for way too fucking long. And it's not boring if I'm just sitting here for like an hour trying to slowly beat away at this one thing when I'm not prepared. So I'm gonna prepare. Because I'm a somewhat smart individual who remembers trauma. And in the background, that moon has been very rapidly filling up. I think this is like event number 4 for Pokemon over there, and I have not even been paying attention to it this entire time. That's how quickly that stupid thing fills up, and how I'm gonna get like bombarded with reports. I think it almost also counts to... Well, I'll have to check as soon as this battle ends. I almost swear it's almost tied to every single battle you get, a fragment of the moon also fills up. Which is it's even more annoying. I wish I could just turn that function off, but I sadly can't because there's actually no like options or setting menus in this game. But it's a game that came out in like 2007. I can have expectations, but that doesn't mean they're granted. Ooh, Flash Ray. I remember this thing causing confusion. Yeah. Serenity, you dodged the confusion, thank you, because it is very annoying. Like, aside from, like, poison, anytime, like, a status lands on, like, your Digimon, you just have to sit there and watch it do nothing, and then immediately it skips its turn. Like, you don't even get a chance of, like, oh, it's confused. Will it hit itself in confusion? No, you're just staring off to the distance. Praying to God, hey, please let me attack, let me attack, let me attack, let this hit, and nope. We're off in La La Land. Except we're not singing La La. Oh, Bearmon, you need to evolve so badly. You're so close to knocking that out on your own. Nope, and there's the daydreaming. Look at you, Serenity, dodging all of these moves like a pro. And taking the knockout for the win, as always. I don't think we're anywhere close, but I'm just gonna double check, because we need like 300 beast experience. Oh wow, we're really close to that already. I might just grind that out and get the 2 evolutions that I need. Though while I'm in here, I'm gonna look at what we need for Betamon and the others. So Betamon has the option to digivolve into 3 different Digimon. We've got Octomon, Gessomon, and Dolphmon. One of these I desperately needed, and it's the one evolution that I know a certain someone really hates. I need the dolphin on my team. If I want to get the sea serpent with the gun for a nose, I need a dolphin. At least for the time being. Tsukaimon, you've got the option of turning into Bakemon, which is the ghost, and then Davidramon, which is the dragon that has like the petrifying eyes. I've always thought Davidramon was really cool, but it's like bio tells it like it's really, really dumb or something, or it doesn't have the capacity to think for itself. I remember in the anime, or like the very first season of Digimon, it was standing there as a like gargoyle-esque statues in Myotismon's castle. And it stopped the Chosen from going, like, following him into the human world. I've always liked Davidramon. Now I'm just trying to remember, is Davidramon in Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory? I think it's in Hacker's Memory. I'm gonna double check that. Because I can. I am not in a rush, at least at this point in time. Or, you know what, I'll double check that when we're in a battle, because at least then we're not stuck on the screen. Because this menu music can get annoying very quickly. And then Lumiere. We've got Dark... Oh, that's not what I wanted to click. We've got Dark Lizardmon and Flarizamon. I think one of you turns into a volcano holding a microphone. But Bodemon here also has the option of turning into Block Agumon, who I mentioned before. So we could get some more options with Monochromon and Dark Tyrannomon as well. I have some research to do. So at the moment I have a strong idea of like at least 4 of my party members. The first 3 are it's a given. We're just having our 3 actual party, like our starters here. But we have a section for at least 3 other Digimon. Betamon's gonna be one of them, but I'm not sure who to have as my other 2. I kind of want to balance them out, so who knows, maybe I'll throw out some suggestions and see what people think we should get. So I definitely don't want to have any overlapping types and elements, just because that's a dumb idea. Even though I love a lot of like the Dark Digimon that they have in this game, it's a little silly having a full team of Dark because it it means I'm gonna get eaten alive by a very specific type of Digimon. And we don't want that. I nearly caught them Pokemon. I've got Pokemon on the brain. I've been shiny hunting over like the past couple of days. And now that's all I want to do. I even have a friend who's like been playing Infinite Fusion again. And he's been sending me all of the really like both cool and cute fusions that he's been encountering. And I just want to play that again. If you've never played Pokemon Infinite Fusion, one, the program is massive, but it is a treat with some of the fusions that you can get in that game. Oh my god, Bearmon, no. We need you alive. That is not good because you won't... Oh, I didn't get any more. Oh, I am realizing an error of my way. Oh, we're running from this. Because the whole point of fighting any, like, beast Digimon at the moment is for the sake of Bearmon, and I can't get that experience if Bearmon is dead. I've got a lot of these little heals, so we're just gonna use one of these and one of these for Serenity because you eat through your MP so quickly. You know, I never mentioned, but Limit Valley here has some really relaxing music. I could have this on in the background and I could just like zone out to it. It is so calming. And I see you, Caesarmon, and I'm not dealing with your confusion bullshit this time. I always liked Caesarmon, even before I saw it like in the Tamers movie. I always loved its design. I remember grinding its scan data just to use it for my first playthrough, only to get majorly disappointed when it didn't really evolve into anything. Its evolution line just kind of ended with itself, and I was so upset and disappointed. I used it regardless, but it didn't stay past like its first boss battle, and it's just heartbreaking. Whereas in the Tamers movie, it goes into like this really heartbreaking story. In a way, the Tamers movie kind of reminds me of Lilo and Stitch to a degree. Because the movie takes place with Takato going to visit like his cousin. And they meet this girl, Manami, who is getting attacked over and over again by these rogue Digimon. And before like any of the other Tamers can step in, Caesarmon comes out of nowhere and steps in to save her. And Manami, she's got reservations about why this Digimon's following her. She had a pet that she was very close to, and when she lost May, her beloved puppy, she was heartbroken and she never got over it, which is understandable because May was her family. Like I don't want to spoil the movie, but the entire bond between May and Manami, it melts my heart, but it also makes me extremely sad because it's Digimon Tamers. And Digimon Tamers, they don't pull punches when it comes to like, hey, if your Digimon like dies, they're gone forever. It's like Digimon Tamers is like the Nuzlocke version of Digimon in a way. So for those who aren't aware with a Nuzlocke, if you're in a Pokemon game, if you're playing a Nuzlocke, you catch the first Pokemon of every route. And if your Pokemon dies, then it's gone forever. Tamers took that degree and then they just rip out your fucking heart with every single death. And Yanmamon, I don't want to fight you. I hate the look of your mouth. Why is it separated like that? Why does it do that? Like, I like bugs in games and stuff like that, but why is your mouth like that? It looks like something out of like an alien movie or something. And this is the kind of fight we need. More beasties to fight. I'm gonna spread out the moves in hopes that one of Serenity's attacks here is gonna put them to sleep. Ooh, we got one. Because now as long as I don't hit them this specific turn, he's gonna stay asleep until he's hit. So I can just wail on the others and not have to worry about that one slowly beating away at the rest of my team. Let's see if I can poison this one, because the poison has been really nice on some of these guys. And I need to enjoy it while it lasts because that poison isn't sticking around. Or at least not until I get another move that has poison on it. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm gonna look at that later. I was looking more up the Digimon stuff like I said it was, but I don't like the look of my phone screen on that website, so I'm gonna look at it later. Do all my Googling and stuff. Oh. My coaster just attached itself to my cup and dropped suddenly, and it scared the shit out of me because I thought I thought the bottom of my cup dropped out. I need to just, no matter how many times I wash the bottom of this coaster, it still finds a way to fuse itself to the bottom of my cup, and every time it lifts up with my cup when I pick it up, and then it just suddenly drops, and it scares the shit out of me every single time. I might just need a new coaster, but this was like a handmade GIF from my former workplace, so I like to treasure it, but it scares the shit out of me. Also, hi Ness, how was Costco? Did you find anything really good there? I haven't been to Costco in like years. I think the last time I went to Costco, it was shortly after I had graduated high school, and my friend, me and a couple friends, we were just gonna have like a catch-up sleepover-esque night. And as soon as we finished buying everything, this includes ice cream, by the way, my friend had put her purse in the trunk while she was loading up her car. And then she locked her keys in the trunk along with all the ice cream and snacks. Like, looking back, it's hilarious now, but her poor car. I can't imagine what it actually looked like inside having all of that melted ice cream in there. We had to like call some people to get rescued. We had to drive back to her place in Bicycle. She had to literally break into her own house because she couldn't get a hold of her parents to get the keys to her, like the spare keys to her house. So she's like climbing into like her house through her old balcony, manages to get her keys, and then for her, like the spare keys for her car. And then she has like a former co-worker drive her back to her car, which is an hour away. In total, this was what should have been less than a 2-hour trip turned into like 3 or 4 hours just because she locked her keys in the trunk. It's horrible, but it's so funny now looking back, and ever since I've never been back to Costco. Also, it sucks that you couldn't find cottage cheese because I know you've been looking for some. But at least you got hot dogs and ice cream yourself, and you didn't lock them in the trunk of your car. We never did get to eat those Malonas. Oh, just one more level. We need this level. I want the cactus and I want a grizzly bear. Yeah, Save on Foods is really expensive. Like, I don't know what it is. It might just be because like it has all like those brand deals with. Save on Foods does all that brand stuff with Jamie Oliver, doesn't he? Doesn't it, or something like that? I can't remember. I just know every time I walk into Save on Foods, I can feel my wallet physically crying. And it just makes me realize I'm way too poor to shop here. I could put Greek yogurt in my smoothies, but it's not the same. Yeah. But yogurt is also really good. I love yogurt. I've had like packs and packs of the Yogo yogurt cups, and I've just been eating them nonstop for like months now. And that's just because I'm on a bit of a yogurt kick, even though I hate the texture of yogurt. It's one of my favorite foods. I didn't actually have any yogurt today because I was at like a meeting / potluck. I was able to take home like a little rice ball. So I had that for breakfast this morning, and it was really good. I've never had like homemade rice balls, but holy hell, it was so good. And I'm like, you know what? This is a good start to my day. Just a little bit of rice ball within my cup of tea. Yeah, that's fair. Like a lot of the flavored yogurts is nothing but sugar, so I get that. It's healthier if you get it plain, but the plain just tastes disgusting. Like, I can't even remember the last time I got plain yogurt. I must have still been in high school. Although, speaking of yogurt, if I ever get plain yogurt, we've been trying to like keep honey in the house as a substitute for my tea. Because I've been slowly trying to wean off having sugar in my tea, because I have a sweet tooth. So I've been trying to substitute it by getting honey to put like just like half a teaspoonful in my cup of tea. I'll probably have a little bit of that actually once I'm done streaming, because they'll be good for my throat. Plain Greek yogurt and just add some granola or berries. Pretty good. Yum. Like, my issue with yogurt, despite the fact that I love the taste, is that when I eat yogurt, it doesn't feel like it has the same texture as soup to me. And in soup, there shouldn't be anything that's lumpy or like hard, so like granola or berries. So anytime I taste granola or berries in my yogurt, my body just immediately is like, nope, this is wrong. Immediately try to dispel this, but nope, the food is good. And it feels like a battle every single time I try to eat yogurt, despite the fact that I love it. I just cannot win. And why you no go sleep? And why are you all missing? We need to get this guy out before he starts confusing us, because we don't need anyone daydreaming. Yes, keep attacking Serenity because your attacks do nothing. Whittle yourself down to the poison. Plain Greek yogurt, and just add some... Oh wait, I already read that. Why? My chat bar was being weird on my end. And now to get the weird dragonfly out of here. If I can land a damn hit. Poor Daisy, she's just hanging on by a thread as I like slowly try and get this thing out of here. I just don't want to waste as much MP. Because the more MP I waste, the more I'm using recovery items before a boss fight, and I don't need that. Although saying that, the next boss fight, I should just get everyone leveled up, and then we'll be... Or not next boss fight, the next just regular fight. I should be able to level up right away. So if I... You know what, no, I think we're gonna tough it out. And we're gonna try and get this one last level in, and then I can start griping about this, what's coming up in front. Yes! Fatal frame time! Fatal frame time! I'm so excited for it. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be so much fun. It's just exploring a spooky place with some ghosts. You'll be fine, I promise. But that's what alcohol is for. You get ready via the alcohol. It's liquid courage for a reason. I mean, yes. But you lost... But I'll be providing you witty commentary. It'll be hilarious. Besides, I'm also a chicken shit, so even if I'm laughing, I'll probably be screaming along with you. Next Monday is Fatal Frame time. Hell yeah, let's do it. I'll be scared, but it will be so much fun. The Harry Potter can wait. The Fatal Frame is more important. And hey, on the plus side, we can talk about like all the really good music and stuff that's in the game. Because the Fatal Frame games, their opening, well, not so much the opening, but their ending cutscenes or sounds, songs, whatever you want to call them, they have amazing songs. I might even just go and read, I might just go and read up on my lore for the first game, because I want to be prepared so I can info dump on this stuff. Yes, I will do that. Do you want it with or without the bear cubs? Also, we got some Digivolutions to do. Hopefully, if I got enough bear experience. Yes! Grismon, you are also mine. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. One of the things I do like about the Digivolution process in this game is that depending on which level you are, the background for this cutscene changes. And it's just like it's just a little detail, but I love it. The Fatal Frame games, I know quite a bit of the lore, but it's been a while, so I'm just gonna go back to get a refresher. Oh, nope, I did not want to do that. I keep calling you Panda, and it's not gonna stop, so I'm just renaming you to Panda. Like, I'm more familiar with the lore for, like, from the second game because I'm biased towards the second game quite a bit. But it doesn't hurt to go back and get just a little bit of a refresher. Because I like having them on, like, just, like, these little podcasts on in the background for, like, the lore of horror games. I think the last one I listened to was the casting of Frank Stone. That's the game they made using the kind of lore and history from Dead by Daylight. It's pretty interesting, but I probably wouldn't play the games myself. Yeah, but that's more of like a thing in like the 5th game. You get to see all that stuff in the 1st game, but all I know is camera obscura, evil rituals, and tragic accidents. You were not wrong. Also, I made a promise. So I am renaming Daisy here after Miranda, because Mike suggested it, and I didn't see it until after I clicked like enter. I'm not sure if her actual name will be able to enter, so I'm just gonna use her Discord username. At least as long as I can pull up and find the spelling. There we go. I might be able to spell it 1 minute. M-I-R-A-N. Oh, I could actually put Miranda's full name in it. You know what? No, we're gonna put her actual name in it. I will. I actually, you know what? I'll make you after Pokemon. I got a Pokemon in my PC, and that's the Lady Devamon line. When I evolve her next time, that's who you'll be named after. I should have thought of that beforehand. Oh yeah, the incest thing in Fatal Frame. Yeah, I can explain that more when the game actually starts, but I don't want to spoil you on characters because the stuff kind of involves some of the characters in the game that you want to play, so I don't want to spoil that for you. Yeah, so do you remember the really hot geisha-looking demon lady I sent you, Lilithmon? That's the Digivolution line for Pokemon. I need to give you guys your items back because you unequip stuff when you evolve, so you need items back before we go and challenge a fight because I am not suffering needlessly. My goal is to play the PS2 Fatal Frames for every 100 followers. Yeah, I remember you saying that. I really want to see you play the second one because I love the second one a lot with the twins. And that is mainly just because I am biased to the ending song quite a bit. I might just send it to you so you can at least listen to it without any of the graphics because it's such a good game. Yeah, it's not too much of a surprise considering where the game originated from, honestly. Because for whatever reason, that's like a stupidly common trope. Like, it's also a thing that's hinted out in Corpse Party. And if you ever played... Hello, turtles! Wait, where's Coronamon? I'm playing Dusk, so I don't have access to Coronamon, sadly. My rival does, and we fight them a lot. Oh no, the dreaded... I'm not looking at the farm results. Serenity, I'm scared to... Or wait, no, I thought that was Serenity, not Ness. You know what? I'm not even gonna finish that. Let's just go back and fight the boss. It is time for a rematch with the evil egg.
Welcome. I've been waiting, tamer of a dying union. I'm going to give you your new orders.
Excuse me, I don't listen to like a floating egg.
You can't defy me. Don't try to resist.
You know what? Why does that not surprise me that you've also read that book, Serenity?
Caesarmon, defeat this tamer.
It's fine. We've battled a lot of these just to get Grizzlymon. This'll be fine. Because now we've got a full team, or at least half of a team of champions, so... This fight should be not as difficult as the first time I fought it. Ah, he's EP. I should have guarded or something to let him sleep so that way I could have skipped his turn. Then again, it's not like they're doing a lot of damage. And now I have Needle Spray back. I love this move. I can hit it 3 times in a row, and I love the multi-hitting moves in these games. Wait, that was a book they made you read in school? What? Since when did schools require you to read books about incest? I am so concerned. Why is that a thing? Lots of levels, but no level up for Serenity. At least yet. Well, that was easy.
I have to hand it to a Union tamer. Caesarmon was no match for you.
Excuse me? Sir? That was very rude.
Then how about this? Think you can win?
I mean, I probably still could. But what's to stop you from summoning more after I beat these 3? What's this? It's just 3 sand Yanmamon.
Oh look, it's knockoff Jesse and James, except you're not evil.
Sayo will help, so be grateful. It's tough having to look after a great tamer. Yes, Team Rocket, thank you for having my back.
How feisty. But your existence isn't needed in this world.
Says who?
So you'll all be deleted right here.
Well, hello there.
Oh yeah, you're a big boy.
Most schools make you read The Outsiders or The Giver, not that. Yeah, my school made me read The Outsiders. But not that. And anyways, this is our first proper boss fight, and this is gonna be a common thing with the boss fights. These big guys, they have the big health bars, and they take up 3 of the 5 fucking slots on the screen. But it's okay, the boss music is... I love the boss music. I think I mentioned it before, but it's like, it really impresses on you how serious the situation is. I'm taking away from the experience, but... Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. So first time I ever fought this guy, I struggled just fighting Caesarmon, and when I finally got to him, I had no champions. I just had a couple of rookies, and I had no equipment items. And because my young dumb self was the kind of person to save before a boss fight, and instead of going back to grinding, she would just keep like smacking her head against like a near impossible wall, hoping that I would beat this thing. I did eventually, but not without struggling like to the umpteenth degree. But look how much easier this is if you actually pay attention to game mechanics. And having some champions on your team. They're actually doing more than like 5 damage. Although it does make just because I am all champion, it does kind of take away a little bit of the challenge with how little damage I'm receiving, but it's early game. This isn't gonna be a common thing. I will be suffering a lot in the later fights. At least for how much they drag on. I need to start writing down like stories and stuff for when I get to these later fights. Because I know for those fights are going to take a while, and I'm going to need to be able to talk about something, because it's not fun just sitting here listening to nothing except this awesome music. Like don't get me wrong, the music's awesome. But I didn't design this really cute little avatar for you to not see it move and talk. And if only the sleepiness would work on this thing. I've never really seen status effects work on this thing, like sleep, confusion, paralysis. We can just bitch about Harry Potter during long fights. Probably. I have so much I need to complain about that. I love the franchise, don't get me wrong. But I need to complain about so many different things, as you saw from my earlier rant, Ness. Yeah, this, at least fighting this guy for the first time, I think they're expecting you to still have like a couple more champions on your team. Or not champions, rookies on your team to fight him. Or at least only have the one champion. So I don't think they really, like, balance this fight well enough to be for 3 champions right off the bat. But it is what it is. I can't complain because I have, like, trauma a little bit from this fight, because I used to get stuck on this particular fight over and over again, and it took me several years to actually figure out the proper way to fight it without it taking like over an hour. But look at everyone getting all their levels. Serenity, you're all powerful. And Jesse and James have done their work as well. That was close. Sayo, you're a Nightcrow tamer, so win smarter. I did win smart. I didn't lose a single Digimon. I didn't need to heal. What are you talking about, James?
I'll bid farewell for now. But remember this. You will all perish by the hands of one of your own.
Was it really necessary to, like, gate disc yourself out of there? There's a teleporter right there, sir. And also, did they have to have, like, that one singular word for that sentence on the next channel thing there? I don't know, the sentence layouts for these games are a little bit weird. Who was that, anyways?
Who knows?
You were saved because of me. Sayo, be grateful.
Don't do anything to tarnish the Nightcrow
name. Back to city.
Let's inform the leaders.
I'm trying to channel my inner Jesse and James as much as I can, but the voices are kind of like blending into one. All out of curiosity, since we got a bunch of levels, I definitely can't evolve you just yet. My spirit is too low. That is not good. I still have a couple levels, and I need to fight a lot of Aquan Digimon for XP before I can get the Dolphin. Ooh, I just need to get Tsukaimon all the way up to 22, and then I get to Digimon. And Lumiere, I haven't decided what I'm doing with you yet. We will figure out what to do with you later, but for now, there's nothing else for us here. I'm heading back to city. I wonder, was it really necessary for me to just walk back on my own? They could have had a cutscene where it just appeared in the Union Room. So, it appears that we have fallen right into his plan. There was a discussed plan? What plan is he talking about? Who in the world was he, anyways? I don't know. This enemy and the enemy that destroyed city, they could both be the same individual. I mean, they were both egg-shaped, except one was purple and this one was like metallic. Come to think of it, I'm concerned about what he meant by perish by the hands of one of your own. Don't pay attention to the likes of him. There's no way to tell yet. Since we can't confirm with Sunshine City now, we should be careful not to speak of such things lightly. At any rate, we don't have enough information yet. Let's carefully conduct our investigation. Now, Sayo, well done. I'm glad to have such a talented tamer as a member of Nightcrow.
Hell yeah. We be the strongest out here.
I look forward to your future performance. Well done, everyone. Keep up the good work. Collect your reward at Dark Center. Yes, sir. Got it. Gotta go get my reward. And then I can figure out what quests I can do next. I probably won't go on to the quests. I didn't want to stream too long today just because, again, there's Baldur's Gate later tonight. I sadly won't be streaming on my end because my computer's not set up for Baldur's Gate at the moment. But one day in the future, there will be a Baldur's Gate perspective from this side of things. And then the chaos will reign altogether. Ooh, we got the Digiegg of Love, so we could do some armored digivolving maybe. Well, we're not going to be able to do any more main stories quests until we do some side quests. So let's check in with my Otismon at the very least. Find the pink lipstick. Nope. I might join you for BG3 one day if I can make Davrik. Absolutely! Like, without a doubt, it is a requirement that you play as Davrik. I need to hear this singing menace 24/7 because we appreciate it. Sadly, we can't have Milksina, but we need Davrik and his lovely, lovely singing voice. But I think I'll save the questing and stuff for next time. It's only been a little more than an hour, but I'm going to save and end this here because I need to save my voice so I can yell and do some chaos later. If anyone is interested in watching us play through Baldur's Gate later, that would be on my dear friend Mike's channel, the 8-Bit Mike. And we hope to see you guys there. But let's just change a couple things over now. Oh, there. Oh, I clicked the wrong buttons. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for this brief little fight in Limit Valley and just listening to me yap about whatever thought comes to mind. Next stream, I'm thinking it'll probably be on Wednesday. Seeing as I'm just like slowly getting into things, I don't wanna stress myself out by going back to back to back to back to back. But a schedule will hopefully be settled at least, or somewhat soonish. But thank you all again for joining me, and I hope to see you guys later tonight when we play Baldur's Gate, even if it's not from my perspective. Until then, bye!